Good morning. I'm doing the walk from Glengarnock to Dalry today. I did it about 6 months ago in the reverse direction, so I thought I'd give this direction a try. I just need to jog my memory where I go here. I've just left Glengarnock station and I know the turn to the right is somewhere down here, but as I've only done the walk once before, I'm not entirely sure where. Once I go off this road there'll be a wee bit less traffic. Not that there's much traffic, but there's enough to annoy me. Should be another 5 minutes up here before I get to the turn I'm looking for. It's up that way where those nice houses are, I think. A couple of big Highland coos and some calves as well. There's a sight I didn't expect to see today. After seeing them in my past couple of walks in Dalry, I didn't expect to see them here. Can I go up this way? Nah, not sure about that. I'm going to stick to the main road. I just checked the map and I could have gone through that little section of woods. He said I was just coming round here to turn around, so I'll keep that in mind for next time. It must just come out here in front of me. It's just a wee tiny wooded area, nothing major. Is that where the woods come out? Right there, I think. Oh, right there. Yeah. Still, there's enough greenery up this way to keep you satisfied. Look at that. People got a wee river right next to their house. Very nice. Look at that nice wee house as well. That looks new. I wouldn't mind just a wee rectangular box like that was brand new instead of the old flat I'm in. I've only owned a new house once in my life and it's so much less hassle than living in something old. Look at that cracking old building. It's like it's been an industrial building at some point. Wonder what it was. Looks a bit knackered in places. The rear end of it is got plastic sheeting all over the roof. I like the brickwork though. Yeah, I remember this bit from the last time I walked here. It's an old building but it's well maintained. Lovely. It's a nice view you get back down the hill. So now I keep walking up the hill and get breathless. Whew. Hey, I'm looking at this old tree here. As I was looking up thinking, oh, that's quite impressive. I just spotted this big dirty grey rain cloud there, all the way over behind me. This plan to do a nice sunny walk today might be in jeopardy. Oh, isn't that a wee row of nice houses? Think how quiet it would be here. No neighbours to annoy you. You'll not see it, but there's a wind farm in the distance. up with the wind farm in Dalry, which I point out every time, and I know for a fact that you can't see it in this camera. I'm wasting my time pointing it out. I just saw an animal, a big animal, sprinting into this forest. I don't know what it was. I thought it was a cow, but there wouldn't be one cow just stood in the field and running into a forest. It'd be penned in, you would imagine. A deer, maybe? It looked too light in colour to be a deer, but it's well hidden now anyway, wherever it's gone. Highfield, 2 miles. That's where I'm heading. Highfield, then onwards to Dalry. Last chance to see the wind farm. Can you see the wind farm? Right straight ahead, up in the hills. My guess is no. And you can see Kilburnie, a little speck in the distance as well. I really need a good video camera with a zoom. So when I'm walking about these open places, I could actually zoom in and stuff. But they cost an absolute fortune, so that's not going to happen. Tell you what, it's a very cold wind when the sun's covered. And I can indeed feel spits of rain on my old baldy head, so I'll be really lucky to not get soaked today. The last time I did this walk, I was looking for the house. It was on Grand Design's House of the Year about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And I couldn't see it, but one of my viewers told me it's up here to the left. But when I looked in the map, it looked like a big long driveway going up to their house, so I'm not going to walk up it. It's kind of a wee bit rude to go walking up the driveway. Not sure, maybe this left here. Maybe a wee bit further up. Nah, it's not there, that's not it, I don't think. Actually, it might be. Because it was at Auchengree Farm, which is right there. It might be up that way, in fact, I think that's it up in the hill there. See if you look at that car's parked right behind it. Pretty sure that's the Grand Design's house. It's kind of dropping down over the horizon now, so I wouldn't have spotted that at all in my walk here the last time, coming from the other direction. I barely spotted it there. It's another nice wee house. Maybe we'll buy a wee house like that if I get 1 million subscribers on here. Just 990,000 to go. The farmer is churning up dung, so I'm keeping well back for there. Where I get covered in dung like Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. Oh, it stinks as well. Ooh. Disgusting. What a view. What a view. See for miles. That's Kilburnie ahead of me down there. I was out walking with my friend at the weekend there. Just at the roads at the outskirts of Dalry that I've done 1 million times, so I didn't film it. But I was really surprised. I could see Ailsa Craig and the Isle of Arran away in the distance from the hilly back roads of Dalry, which really surprised me. But I knew you could see them from the top of the hill at the wind farm, because I've been up there before. I was really surprised to see them at that location. It's just when you've got a clear day you can just see so far, right down along the coast. So you probably heard me in recent videos saying I'm going to sell my wee flat and move house. So that's still on the cards. I've been decorating, but I've just realised how hard it is to decorate. Let that noisy car pass. Yes, I've just realised how difficult it is to decorate when you're a bit old and unfit. I was trying to do my bedroom ceiling, get it painted with a roller. Oh, biggest workout I've had in years, so I'm going to just try and do the bare minimum to get the house prepared for sale. Try and get it on the market in the next 2 weeks. Which is why my videos are a wee bit less regular at the moment. Just need to get things sorted and try to clear out old furniture, just selling it on Gumtree that nobody seems to want. So I might have to go to the charity shop if nobody buys it. Just so I've got a bit of space. Oh, I remember that cracking house from the last visit here. It's an absolute beauty. David's Hill House. There's a David's Hill farm here as well, so I'm guessing the farmers built it. Cracking house though. I hope my microphone is muffling the wind because it's picking up a fair wee bit. Getting quite chilly. Summer in Scotland, We're halfway through May and it's still cold. And maybe it's technically still spring, I suppose. Still, can't complain about the views. Views and coos. Hello coos. Thought that one was getting up to greet me there. Maybe it's just what to pose for the camera. Hello coo. Posing for the camera. There's a helicopter up there. It's funny, the last time I came here and was trying to look over this wall, I just remember I could barely see a thing for the rain. Very different today. You can see the traffic away over there. That must be the road between Kilburnie and Dalry, I expect. House with a secure entry. Must be something quite fancy behind those gates. And it's hidden by all these trees as well, so you can't even see what's there. big house over there right enough, but I don't think they're connected. It's a cracking big house down there. But your poor farmers again, struggling to get by. Get a better view of this house from here. You see a couple, 3 horses outside it. Again, probably a speck in the distance, but it does look lovely. It looks new, but designed with old stonework, but I expect it's just been renovated at some point. So it's got all the wee tiny windows like you see in old buildings in Scotland, since you don't want battered by the elements here. So somebody's obviously taking good care of it. I don't know what these wee flowers are. Loads of them though. All lining the verge here. Yep, so the nice house is Todd Hill's Farm. I like these walks on the back roads because you don't get too much traffic and you've got tarmac to walk on. It's a wee bit easier than walking through muddy paths. There's actually quite a few of these types of walk I'd like to try. I was tempted today to get a return on the train to West Kilbride, but got off at Ardrossan town and walk the coastal route to West Kilbride. But also there's a route that goes up the back roads like this that's higher up, gives you better views. Or so I'm led to believe. I've never walked either of those routes, so can't be 100% sure. But just because I'm so busy with the house just now, I didn't want to travel too far because the trains from West Kilbride are like 1 an hour. So you've kind of got to time it. And I expect I couldn't have walked the distance in 2 hours. It'd probably take me a wee bit longer. So I'd likely have been sitting for about 50 minutes waiting on a train at West Kilbride. So that's one for another day. But definitely want to get a few more routes like this on the old tarmac. There we go. That big factory you can see is DSM in Dalry, so I'm not too far away. I have to take the roundabout route, so I've got to go way up to the left here before heading down in that direction. It's probably at least another half hour's walk, maybe 40 minutes, something like that. Not too far. I wonder where that road takes you. I can see the train line down there, so I don't think there's a bridge over it onto the main road. So it's maybe there's a house just before it, so it's likely a farm road again. So where these houses are up ahead is Highfield, which is just a tiny wee hamlet en route to Dalry. It's pretty quiet, there's nothing there apart from a few houses. Nice though. I'm going to follow this blue sign down here that points to the cycle route, and that takes me through Highfield, and you get to see all the nice wee houses as well. Welcome to Highfield. Got all those lovely wee houses. Nice wee spot this. Such an unusual looking house with the arch windows and the, you know, look, that is on top. Some bit of ironwork, don't know what you call that. Kind of looks out of place on a new build, but still something different, isn't it? There's that one, couldn't look more 60s if it tried, and that one. Very, very 60s. 60s or 70s. Aye, same here. Definitely of the same era. And perhaps that one's a bit older and nicer. Aye, I think all the houses here look like they were built at the same time. Anyway, up we go onto the cycle route. It's fairly quiet here today at this time. It's only about 11 o'clock-ish. I would tell you if I could be bothered looking at my watch, but I can't. So I'm just going to cut across the grass here since it's quiet. And don't worry about the paths. Right, am I going the right way here? I don't know if I am. Is it up that way? I think it's up this way, or is it? Actually, I think it is up that way. I'm going the wrong route. I was walking up towards the Dalry bypass up there. But I was thinking this isn't right, there's all these stones. It's just because I've never walked it from this direction, so it's actually the next turn up I need to go to, unless I want to get mown down by traffic. Yeah, there's a cycle path there. That'd have been good, be walking on a road like that, a bypass. It must be up here, I think, is it? Honestly, it's weird, I've walked this loads of times, but it just feels so unfamiliar when you haven't walked it in that particular direction. But now I'm not even sure if I'm in the right one. I must be though, because there's a... Aye, when I look back at it, that looks familiar. So I don't need to take a turn, this is the road I'm meant to be on. Oh, confusing. Danger of death. Not anymore. Electricity pylons away. It's a nice view along this road. That's all the back roads of Dalry again. When I get to the end of this road, I'll wind up the video, because that's me just heading down back into Dalry town when I turn right up past these trees. In fact, it's probably just before those trees are turned right. That's the road into Dalry. But I get to look at some nice views across the countryside en route. Before I go, I just want to give you some information about some of the pop-ups you might see as you're watching this video, basically my website and Patreon. So on my website there's a donations button, so if you're enjoying the videos you can make a one-off donation, which would be most appreciated, helps pay for the train fares. Secondly, there's maps on there of all the walks I do, but I do put them behind a Patreon paywall. It costs £3 a month. I'm keeping it low at that price for now until I build up some subscribers, and then anybody that's subscribed will keep that low price, whereas all the new people will not. But if you fancy supporting the channel, have a look at it, no pressure, but it does help me out a wee bit when I'm travelling about and trying to find new routes. So tartanwayfarer.com, and that will link you to all my socials and Patreon and the donations page. So cheers! Anyway, I think it's a good time to call it a day here, because I'm just approaching the Blair Road, turning down in towards Dalry. So I'll just say thanks for watching today, and cheerio now.